Alright, let's dive into something that's got everyone talking: Trump Media's new Truth API. This isn't just another tech launch. It's a move that's raising eyebrows across finance, politics, and ethics. Here's the deal. Trump Media is now selling early access to Donald Trump's Truth Social posts. Yes, you heard that right, to institutional investors. And the price tag? Rumored to be up to $100,000 a month. Let that sink in for a second. Personally, I think this is a fascinating intersection of social media, politics, and Wall Street. What makes this really interesting is how it's not just about the money, though that's a huge part of it. It's about the power dynamics at play. Trump's posts can move markets, and now someone's monetizing that influence. But here's the kicker. Is this just another business move? Or is it crossing ethical, maybe even legal, lines? From my perspective, the first thing that immediately stands out is the potential for insider trading. James Surowiecki, a finance journalist, straight up called it a violation of insider trading laws. His argument? Trump is essentially selling government information for personal gain. Now, whether you agree with him or not, it's a point that's hard to ignore. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about Trump, it's about the precedent it sets. What's stopping other politicians from doing the same? One thing that many people don't realize is how this could disproportionately affect everyday investors. Joe Saluzzi from the Mistrading put it bluntly: the retail investor is the loser here. If you're not paying for this early access, you're always going to be a step behind. This raises a deeper question. Is the market becoming even more rigged against the average person? In my opinion, it's a trend we've seen for years, but this feels like a new low. Now, let's talk about the noise factor. Vuk Vukovic, a hedge fund partner, called Trump's posts complete noise. He said even if you catch a few market-moving posts, the losses from the rest will offset any gains. What this really suggests is that investors might be paying a fortune for something that's largely unpredictable. A detail I find fascinating is how this highlights the gamble of trying to profit from political statements. It's not just risky, it's often pointless. Sean Maguire, a Trump supporter and venture capitalist, even criticized the move, saying it cheapens Trump's policy wins. That's coming from someone who's usually in his corner. It makes you wonder, is this a sign that even his allies think this is a step too far? Or is it just bad optics? Personally, I think it's both. What many people don't realize is how this ties into a bigger trend of monetizing influence. Social media platforms have been doing it for years, but this feels different. It's not just ads or subscriptions, it's selling access to potentially market-moving information. If you think about it, this could be the future of how politicians and influencers monetize their reach. And that's a future I'm not entirely comfortable with. So, where does this leave us? In my opinion, this isn't just a business story, it's a cultural and ethical one. It's about the lines we're willing to cross for profit and power. What this really suggests is that we're entering uncharted territory, where the rules of the game are being rewritten in real time. And honestly, I'm not sure that's a good thing. Here's my closing thought. As we watch this play out, let's not just focus on the money or the politics. Let's think about what it means for fairness, transparency, and the future of our markets. Because if this becomes the norm, we're all going to have to ask ourselves, who's really in control? And is that a world we want to live in? Let me know what you think in the comments. This is a conversation we need to have.